President Obama arrived at the G-20 economic summit confident that his top priority, a free trade agreement with South Korea, was in the bag, a deal he said could create as many as 70,000 jobs in the U.S. But he walked away empty-handed after Korea refused to open its market to U.S. automobiles. At a press conference, the president tried to put the best face on what critics say is an embarrassing disappointment.
But it was important to take the extra time so that I am assured that it is a win for American workers and American companies.
The president also fell short on China, failing to convince G20 leaders to join him in cracking down on China's manipulation of its currency, which keeps prices of Chinese goods artificially low. But some foreign leaders here accused the U.S. of doing the same thing, manipulating its currency through the Federal Reserve's decision to pump $600 billion into the economy. As a rule, the president doesn't defend decisions by the Fed, but in this case, with the stakes so high, he couldn't resist.
This decision was not one designed to have an impact on the currency, on the dollar. It was designed to grow the economy.
At times, the president seemed defensive, like when asked to identify the top criticism or concern he heard from other leaders.
What about compliments? You didn't put that in the list.
The president firmly denied that the shellacking he took in last week's elections weakened him on the international stage, but he conceded he's getting a lot of pushback from other leaders.
Part of the reason that sometimes it seems as if the United States is attracting some dissent is because we're initiating ideas.
Preparing for a bitter battle over the Bush tax cuts when he returns to Washington next week, the president tried to regain the high ground after liberal critics accused him of caving to Republican demands to extend the tax cuts for the wealthy.
It would be fiscally irresponsible for us to permanently extend the high-income tax cuts.
The president is spending the next 2 days here in Yokohama, Japan, at yet another international economic conference, but this time the White House is keeping expectations low. Katie?
Chip Reid traveling with the president. Chip, thanks very much. Bob Schieffer is CBS News' chief Washington correspondent and anchor of Face the Nation. Bob, why do you think this trip has gone so badly for the president?
Well, first, it really did go badly, Katie, and despite what the president said today, I think it had a lot to do with the shellacking that Democrats took on Election Day. Nations, especially Asian nations, study our politics closely, and frankly, they know the president's in a weakened position, and they simply took advantage of it. That's why the president got totally blindsided, and there was no trade agreement with South Korea, as had been expected. But I have to say this, if it was bad over there this week, it may be worse next week when this current Congress comes back for this special session to deal with those extensions of the Bush tax cuts. Right now, Katie, I think the outlook for getting that done is pretty grim.
All right, Bob Schieffer. Bob, as always, thanks so much.